using my words, but just to be open and honest with all those who may be watching this, I know you personally, and I
Sure,
know you
yes.
to be a person who very humble. You're not one to go out tooting your own horn, but I'm going to ask you to do that right now. So, what makes your firm so great? Why are y'all the jam right now?
Um, Thank you, first of all. I mean, yeah, we do go back to our TSU days working together. So, um, honestly, I think part of it is really the breadth and depth of experience that I bring
Hmm.
to the table. And I look for
Hmm.
people who to work with who are as dedicated and committed and creative as I am. And
Hmm.
so, it's interesting back after I left news media, I had a lot of jobs. I mean, I went from this job to that job to this job to that job. And on my resume, people would ask me like, what's up with that? And I always saw it as a negative. And it took a really good friend of mine to show
Hmm.
me the positive. And she said, your experience, you've done everything there is to do in communications. She said, I would
Yeah.
love to have somebody like that on my team because I worked for several corporate Fortune 500 companies in oil and
Hmm.
gas and I learned a lot there. I learned how, when Michelle Obama said something one time that was really maybe controversial, but it was really interesting and I found it to be true. She said she's been in some of the most powerful rooms in the world.
Hmm.
And you and I are just as smart as the people in those rooms. And that's what I learned
Yeah.
through corporate. Like I'm just as smart, I'm just as good as these other people. And
Yeah.
so that perspective plus my work in media, news media, my work in entertainment, advertising, all of that. I don't know a lot of people who have that background and
Hmm.
who can come from a different perspective like I can. And so I
Okay.
do take the opportunity to teach anyone who I bring on my team kind of that same, mindset when they're thinking about how to create a PR plan that'll work for the client.